I mean...
You get to...
Okay, so we'll break it down the way I do in my mind. Amari Cooper's 24 years old. Okay? Players get drafted at 21, 22. So he's a fifth-year senior who's got Pro Bowl playoff experience. Fucking A. I don't care that we didn't get a first-round pick. We needed a wide receiver, apparently, which I was wrong about. I was like, we don't need Des Bryant. Fuck him. You don't need another one receiver.
Did you know that they were just going to get, they're like, see you later, Beasley.
Yeah. But Amari Cooper?
It definitely helps. He helps Dax Prescott massively.
Yeah.
By him being there.
Yeah. And so he's going to help Dak develop. He is just an absolute monster of an athlete. He's only 24, maybe 25 now. So he's still young. He wants to play for the Cowboys. I'd say that's an A.
Yeah, I can't see where you'd go wrong in that statement. I mean, I'm with you. I agree with you.
If we're going based on their first pick, the Cowboys, it would be in the second round. Tristan Hill. I like UCF. Their defense was gritty. Their defense was tough. I'd say he's a solid B+, A-.
Yeah, I mean, we can grade this all we want. I mean, and so can everybody else. I mean, let's be honest. What we're doing at this point is basically giving ourselves some kind of sedative or some kind of jolt to the system to remind you that it's not football, but at least we can talk about it.
Yeah.
That's what it's doing, because it's not going to matter. Like, people could give Ed Oliver, oh, you had a great draft grade. Yeah, how'd that work? Or not Ed Oliver, sorry, Eric Flowers. Yeah, he had a great draft grade, but how'd that work out? Like, draft grades don't mean shit until 3 years down the line.
Listen, he is going to have such a great fucking career as part of the MTA terminal.
Yeah.
When they need to replace the turnstile.
Definitely. Yeah, because he'll just stand there and he'll let everyone through.
Oh, man. Anyways, so Cowboys overall draft, I'll give them a B- because I'm not a fan of a few of the picks. I don't like the Jelk pick. I think that was a waste. I don't like the Weber pick. I think that was a waste.
Jelk is a duck. He will fly.
Yeah, he can fly his ass somewhere else. The Cowboys needed fucking Paris Campbell.
I mean, that being said, my most frustrating spot is still the Giants, just because, I mean, I understand your need, but, like, if this, like, wasn't really, if these quarterbacks weren't tickling your fancy, like, if this is a 3-year move, like, okay, well, there's better quarterbacks coming out in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Tua.
Yeah, right.
Trevor Lawrence. Depending on what you think of him, Jalen Hurts. A lot of people think that he's going to win the Heisman.
I mean, you've also got Herbert.
Herbert's a... Yeah, I'm not going to say it.
He's a duck?
Yeah.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He can go duck himself. But
I see what you did there.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Justin Herbert. I think he's an overhyped pretty boy who plays in a fast system. He's not going to be... He's a worse version of Marcus Mariota. And Marcus Mariota has been shit in the NFL.
Wow, that's just fucking mean.
Is it wrong?
I don't know.
I mean, he's been hurt constantly. Like, tell me
that,
times out of health reason.
That doesn't really help your argument. I'm just saying.
Anyways, the NFL draft, our discussion has concluded, unless anyone has a final word to say.
No, I got nothing.
No.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So let's move on to Tony. Since you're returning, we'll let you decide. You want to go NBA playoffs next or NHL playoffs?
Let's go NHL.
NHL playoffs. My God, these games are still so fucking good.
NHL playoffs are better than anything else. I will say that what has gotten me this NHL playoff season is there's a lot of surprises. Like the Lightning going out like that. Did not see that coming. I knew in my heart that San Jose was going to be a tough team to beat, but the Knights, their opportunity was there. They clearly blew it. It's as simple as that. I mean, yeah, okay, the ref made a wrong call at one point, but at a certain point, that's not an excuse. It was what it was, and it's not like you didn't have the opportunity to succeed. So I'm a little disappointed in that fact, but I mean, I'm pretty surprised in the way that other teams are playing. Carolina is doing really well after knocking out the Capitals, and they're doing
about
real
to
well
sweep
against
the
the
Islanders.
Islanders. Yeah, it has been
So good. Fuck the Islanders.
it's been such an enjoyable postseason to watch, even though my team lost.
I'm gonna. This isn't meant to like stroke my ego, but
It is.
if the Stars get past the Blues, are they not the favorites to come out of the West? Like,
I mean, if it's tough to say because you don't know until they face.
could you imagine? Could you imagine? I'm sorry to cut you off, but could you imagine if the 4 teams remaining are the 4 wildcard teams?
That'd be incredible. But I'll be honest, as far as like the NHL goes, it wouldn't surprise me.
Because think about it, Carolina is beating the Islanders.
Yep.
Columbus is beating the Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
The Stars and the Blues are tied. And aren't the Avs beating the Sharks in the series?
Sharks are up 2-1, I think.
Sharks are up 2-1.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure the Sharks have the lead in that one, but I mean,
No, come on, Avalanche.
that could easily change.
Yeah.
I mean, this playoff has been nothing if not crazy.
Man, and the Stars had a real statement win last game.
They needed it.
Yeah, it's following a similar trajectory to the first round. They split the first 2 games, then they lose the third, and then 4th game they just beat the fucking brakes off of
Shit.
They beat the brakes off.
It looked like they figured out the Blues last game. So unless the Blues make a really strong adjustment, that's really troublesome because it looked like in the first 2, the Blues pull some trickery a little bit when they're in the neutral zone, when they're trying to cross into their offensive zone, into the Stars zone, and it was working. It was working really well through the first 3 games, but it looks to me like the Stars studied the tape really well, and I don't know. That was as you said, that was a statement win. I'd be real worried if I was a Blues fan right now, even though it's now tied, even though they were up. That was the strongest win this series.
Oh, it certainly was. And I have been saying this in our group chat. A peek behind the curtain, we have a group chat.
In case you thought that we didn't for some reason.
And I've been saying how much I love these rookies for the Stars. Hintz and Heiskanen, oh my god, they've been so good. Rupe Hintz!
Rupe Hintz!
And it's a fun name to say.
It is a fun name to say. Okay, I'll grant you that at the very least.
And I think for me, the best part about about these 2 series that the Stars have been in, they've been playing really well, and they're not getting much production from Jamie Benn. They're not getting much production from Tyler Seguin. It's a lot of Zook. It's a lot of Spezza. It's a lot of Hintz.
It's been good. He hasn't been contributing goals as much, but he's been hounding the Blues. I like what I've seen from Seguin.
Yeah, no, he's like dictating the pace He's not the one scoring. He's not necessarily setting up the opportunities, but he is dictating the pace of the game. And I think that's exactly what he needs to do. I think we need to see a little bit more from Zook this next game because they've been relying heavily on him, and he's been stepping up. Klingberg playing really well. Radulov and Fox need to step it up. Matthias Janmark needs to be more present. Really, it's been Spezza and the rookies who've been impressing me the most. But
Well, hopefully they can keep doing it.
also, Ben Bishop needs to step his shit up.
Yeah.
But now, see, with the production that you're getting, what happens if they do step it up? That's a dangerous team if they can all step it up at one time. And especially where they're getting the production now, if where they're supposed to be getting their production comes through, that's a whole different argument.
The Stars?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's really bothering me right now is the offense. And hopefully they did figure it out, but they played against a better defense in Nashville than they are against St. Louis, and their offense played way better against Nashville.
Really grinding your gears, if you will.
Yeah, it's like they're playing down to the defense. Like, they should be scoring so much more than they are. Only scoring one goal when you average like 2.5 against the Predators, whose defense is way better. I don't like it. And again, Ben Bishop, step it up.
Get it together, man.
Yeah, I've got
Step
it.
it up.
Anytime I say anything bad about him, like, the Stars just, like, go off. Literally, last night, I had just messaged you guys that Ben Bishop was pissing me off. And then he immediately scored a goal.
So what you think is he can hear
I don't
you?
know, man. They scored as soon as I turned the game on. I think I might be your good luck charm.
Maybe. You might be.
He's going to start yelling at you in the middle of the night. Turn on your television!
I'm not home. I don't care. Turn it on. But take the Stars series out of it. These NHL playoffs have been so fucking good.
I couldn't agree more.
The series we're watching, the Boston-Columbus,
No, we're not even watching.
it's
the best thing we're not watching.
apparently.
Good job, DirecTV. Way to go.
It's at
Cheers, fucking shit.
it's at the first intermission. I don't think it's coming back yet, but no, my TV needs to step its shit up too.
Yeah, what's it doing? Why is it broken?
I don't know, and they are back. So let me restart this.
Yeah, we're about 3 minutes in right now.
Yeah, and you know who else needs to step their shit up? The Columbus Blue Jackets. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not a
okay.
big...
They're leading the series 2-1. Boston, even if they win this series, I don't see them making it to the Stanley Cup final. They've just been playing kind of dumb. Like, they have stupid turnovers on repeat, and like they have talent, certainly.
I still just want to punch fucking Tuukka Rask right in his fucking punchable face.
There's a punchable
I
field.
mean, I don't know why. I gotta look at his face more closely to see why you think it's so punchable.
He's really got
I
some
wanna punch
beef
Brad
with him, huh?
Marchand.
Is he a rock'em sock'em
Certainly after
robot?
Yet another dirty play.
Yeah, I just showed Dan and Christine just before we went on air what a fucking dickhead he is.
Dude, there's like a 20+ minute supercut of like all the dirty shit he's done.
And that's only a third of it.
Yeah, I hope he gets murdered this series. Columbus has been, good at laying on the hits, so hopefully we see some more of that.
And I've been seeing all over on Facebook and Twitter, people saying things like, he's a dirty player, he should be suspended, or he should be fined. And so many people saying, and that's what's wrong with hockey these days.